Yes. We are planning on moving to Aotearoa, or New Zealand. We prefer to use the language that Indigenous people use. Indigenous people. Like the Maori. The Maori people still exist, and they still speak their language. And they live in Aotearoa, which I'll tell you more about later. But back to why we're moving to Aotearoa. If you've been living in America, you've probably thought about moving at least once, right? Maybe it's just me and my husband, Nick. Either way, it is undeniable that the United States is not and has never been the ideal place to be if you are anything other than a rich, white, cisgendered male. Google systemic oppression, the isms, or pay me to provide you with more information. The crazy part is, since we were both born here, he's Unanga, Alaska Native, and I'm Alabamian, Black, we were willing to just continue doing our damnedest to participate in the kind of country we want the U.S. to become. We voted, protested, organized, volunteered, started free pantries, donated to causes we care about, participated in mutual aid efforts, and done almost everything we can think of to be productive members of society. Our issue is that no matter how much we do, we can't escape the reality of life in America. The reality is that there is no reproductive or intersectional justice. We wouldn't feel comfortable sending our children to school because of the consistent mass shootings. We don't feel comfortable in most public places, movie theaters, grocery stores, churches, because of the consistent mass shootings. I'll repeat what I said earlier. This is not the place to be if you don't fit into a certain demographic. Oh, did I mention the preventable mass shootings? Yeah. In summary, it feels like we're in a toxic relationship with the U.S., and we just kind of need a place to crash. We need to go crash at a friend's place for a while so we can figure out our next steps. We'd definitely like to formally separate from the U.S., and it'll probably lead to a divorce. Nick and I, we would prefer to be Aotearoan citizens at this point. We have always wanted to travel and have accepted that the timing will never feel right, especially when contending with global public health issues, monkeypox, and all the variants of COVID, climate change, war, social injustice, and the rising cost of living. So, instead of pushing our dream of traveling away, we've decided to embrace it. I know it sounds wild and probably more than a little strange, but we're planning on relocating to Wellington, Aotearoa in 2 to 4 months. That's sometime between December 2022 and April 2023, with the goal of getting there before my birthday in March. I'll be posting more information about Wellington soon. All of the stress that we're about to experience in these upcoming months will be worth it when we're able to say we're Aotearoan citizens in about 5 years. So step 1, educating ourselves. Originally, we thought we would start by obtaining our passports because they take a notoriously long time to arrive. Instead, we will secure housing and tickets to New Zealand first. Don't worry, we will be sure to pay extra for flexible dates and travel insurance. Then we will apply for a passport that can be issued within 14 to 28 days of urgent travel. It'll be expedited at the agency. Next, we will get our NZETA, New Zealand Electronic Travel Authority. Those requests will be submitted so that we are able to stay in Aotearoa for up to 6 months while our next visas are being processed. In the future, we will focus on meeting the criteria for the working holiday visa so that we can stay in New Zealand for up to another year. This will give us the time we need to see if we want to apply for student visas or work visas afterwards. And who knows? We may end up changing our minds and decide to move to Fiji, Australia, or another country after our working holiday visa is up in New Zealand. But sign up now for my newsletter so you can receive updates about our trip planning, fundraising, and all the other details of our travels. And I guess I should talk about New Zealand a little bit more. Why New Zealand? Well, New Zealand has a strong economy, a great education system, a relatively low cost of living, great healthcare, low crime rates, and beautiful scenery, including national parks and hiking trails. Some of the other reasons we've decided to move to Aotearoa are listed in some of the blog posts that you can find on my blog at tiarawriting.weebly.com. I'll be sure to leave a link below. Nick, Moxie, and I appreciate every single cent that comes our way. Please share our GoFundMe campaign with someone who might be able to help spread the word about our journey or who could help us out financially. All support and kindness is appreciated. If you're interested in learning more about how to become a New Zealand citizen, visit the Aotearoan government website. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more content with Tiara Writing. Thank you. Bye.